Well, I'm gonna watch a game review and review it myself, react to it, give my take on it. Here's one I've never played, but I've kind of seen online. So here, let's watch this review and see what's up. Whatever the fuck that is. I love the 2 unskippable ads in a row. Thanks, YouTube. Great. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I gotta watch that. I should write that down before I forget. But yeah, it's been a rough time for first-person shooters. Fucking, if you ask me, first-person shooters aren't the way they used to be. Battlefield's in the shitter. They're about to come out with a new game. Anyways, let's check this out and see if it's any better than fucking what Battlefield and all them have been putting out in Call of Duty.
Even narrowing it down to a subcategory like military FPS still puts the linear campaign of Call of Duty, the enormous PvP clashes of Battlefield, and the white-knuckle extractions of Escape from Tarkov under a single umbrella. Delta Force, the latest revival of a now 26-year-old shooter series, is probably best defined as a bit of each of those last two, with a dedicated large-scale...
I like the way it looks. It looks solid. Looks way better than Call of Duty, which is weird because I think Call of Duty has more money.
PvP mode, and a separate extraction shooter mode. It's a free-to-play one-stop shop just fine. Competent...
And it looks like the old Battlefield before Battlefield was like glitchy and fucking weird advertising, weird everything else.
All around, but it doesn't distinguish itself in battle with any substantial new ideas.
Well, it's just a fucking war game, bro. Literally, you can't really reinvent the wheel. But it will depend on what guns are in the game, because, you know, I played the new Black Ops 6 and I played all the way through to unlock all the guns, and I stopped playing because there's no guns that were worth, like, you know, fucking playing with for that long. So it all depends on the guns, in my opinion.
We have captured an objective. The enemy is attacking objective Bravo.
Points of attack and defense. 2 teams face off.
It makes me I might have to download this though, because I don't have any good first-person shooters I'm playing right now. I actually did download Stalker 2, the game that was made in Ukraine during the war, so I'm going to try that out a little later.
While Delta Force is officially out, whatever that means anymore, only 2 of the 3 main modes are currently available. The third, a single-player campaign, is planned as paid DLC somewhere down the line. Of the 2 that are here now, the Warfare mode is Delta Force's version of the big team combat of Battlefield, where 64 players duke it out for supremacy across one of a handful of sprawling arenas. There's no straight kill-centered death.
I really love big maps like this, like open world big maps, but it just gets so annoying sometimes. I mean, I really do love it, but I mean, sometimes you just run into those people that'll fucking be so annoying on these kind of maps. But I guess it's better than those really small maps where everyone has a pre-planned hiding spot. But
match. Instead, the focus is on objective-based games like King of the Hill variants. The standout among these is Attack and Defend, which has one team capturing strategic points before running out of a finite number of respawns, while the other team defends those areas with limitless lives. It's It's a subtle rule change that does put a good spin on a mode we've seen a lot of in Battlefield. Initially, the offense has the advantage thanks to favorable terrain and an abundance of vehicles. But things even out as the match progresses, and the defense retreats towards their home base and has quick access to respawned reinforcements. This means respawns mean both teams are dense with soldiers at all times. Once the bullets and rockets start flying, the chaos and confusion of combat is a military shooters.
Bro, this looks way better than Call of Duty Black Ops 6, bro. Swear to God. They've really fumbled on that one.
It's particularly fun when you get behind the controls of a vehicle and start doing this. Aerial vehicles like this are challenging to pilot, but can be powerful in the right hands, rewarding skillful play. Vehicles don't totally dominate the battlefield, however, thanks to the varied operatives you can choose to play as.
What is that? What is this, a fucking a wrist gun? And why is his name D Wolf? That's some weird fucking Battlefield. Like, what are they doing with these fucking characters now? Operators. Everyone's an operator with a fucking name. It's so annoying.
And switch between mid-match. These
Byron Stinger.
named characters act as a sort of hybrid
Why do they have stupid names?
between a simple loadout choice and a bespoke.
Dude, I really hate this. They have stupid names and they have stupid fucking emotes. So, I guess it's not that much different than Call of Duty. It's got that same bullshit.
Hero.
I fight for my comrades on.
Ugh, fucking cartoonish. I thought they were going for some realism, so I guess not. I was looking for some reality. That's some fake.
And the thrill of kicking ass.
They create the sort of rocket paper
Well, I mean, the game. Oh shit. The gameplay looks like I skipped the video. Gameplay looks realistic, but that operator shit looks lame as hell. Yeah, I accidentally skipped it, so now I have to wait. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that's what this ad is for. That game looks pretty dope. I was gonna watch a review for that, but I kinda already did, so never mind.
know intimately, and it's done pretty well. If you are being overrun by vehicles, it might be a good idea to spawn with a rocket launcher. Or, if the fight is taking place in open spaces, it could be a time to bust out the trusty sniper rifle. Each character has unique abilities that are helpful in battle too, like Luna's detection arrows that can periodically be fired to reveal enemies.
I'm a big sniper, so this is, I'm gonna have to try that out. You got a fucking arrow to detect them, shoot a fucking radar.
Objective Bravo 1.
But none are so powerful as to outright win a skirmish, let alone a whole match for you. One thing that strikes me as off is how heavily bullet arc and trajectory factor into shooting. I don't mind leading a target, but often the bullets feel like they're flying so slow that I may as well be firing airsoft rounds. Maybe that's more realistic than Call of Duty's more arcadey ballistics model, but feels deeply at odds with the aggressive pace of play that the objective-based attack and defend mode drives. Once you die, you generally need to rush back.
I think it's probably a good thing they changed up the shooting, you know, so everyone just, I don't know. They should change it in every game. But I used to like Battlefield's shooting mechanics the best.
Back to the objective. But as you're dashing through open space, you're an easy target, and the finicky shooting also means it's tough to return fire accurately on the move. I found this meant deaths tended to come in bunches while I tried to get back to a good position. It's also a bit strange to have the gunplay be so grounded in simulation at one moment, then have operators activate fantastical abilities like these status effect inflicting drones the next. There's nothing inherently bad about that, it's just a head scratcher.
Their eardrums ruptured.
On the other side of things, the operations mode follows the equally familiar extraction shooter framework. You and up to 2 friends can form a 3-person squad to enter, and the high quality of its execution make up for at least some of that lack of imagination. Maps easily highlight points of interest for things like bounty targets, safes to plunder, and Intel 2 decode. To make important information accessible is a nice differentiator. I like being able to just drop a waypoint and know what I'm in for when I get there without having to memorize the maps or look them up in a guide. So what enemy encounter starts with some fast risk assessment. Should I take this shot? And if I do, who will come running? Making quick decisions with limited information does a good job of keeping the action strategic and interesting. That's particularly true if you see other people, as they are certainly more dangerous than the bots, but could be loot-rich targets worth taking on. I'm also a fan of the enemy variety Delta Force throws.
I feel like that dude took way too long to drop him. Like, he shot him with hella bullets. The dude didn't stagger at all. Took him way too many shots to actually kill him. That was a little weird.
At you. I encountered plenty of these run-of-the-mill soldiers and shot under my share of these riot shields, but it can be intense when you are pinned down by one of these bad boys. And I almost jumped out of my chair when this giant freaking alligator came around the corner as we were breaking into a safe. I literally did not see that coming. One place where you get perhaps too much information, though, is the loot system. There are all sorts of containers to plunder, but just about any operation starts with the whole squad just running, and there are often hidden doors to...
Man, I don't know, all those guns, like, nothing really stands out. I mean, everything was just, like, kind of basic. I guess there's not that many guns to show from, but, like, I don't know. Nothing, I don't know. Not enough, man. Showed a shotgun, one sniper rifle, a couple assault rifles. I didn't see any submachine guns.
Open or secret hidden areas where loot can be stashed. Some areas require specific position, where you can upgrade things like your storage space, take on missions, and buy new gear. It's also where you manage the well-built...
There we go.
The time between operations is spent here at the Black Site, which functions as your home base. Here you can upgrade things like your storage space, take on missions, and buy new...
So they got the AK-74 car, which looks like an M16, Glock 17, M16, whatever that is called, can't really read it that well, G3, Uzi, there's a Uzi with a stock, shotgun, pistol, okay, a couple, two submachine guns,
gear. It's also where you manage the well-built loadout screen, where you can save a few different kits you can take into battle, or rebuild them with just a few clicks. It's a fast and slick way to get back in the action, which helps take the sting out of a failed extraction. I'm also a fan of the ticket system. You can lose all your components in the field, on top of grinding and buying what I need. Than games you probably already own. However, doing both of those modes reasonably well in one free-to-play package is pretty noteworthy. The massive, vehicle-filled battles are respectable fun, especially in attack and defend, as long as you can get comfortable with the more realistic shooting mechanics and how they mix with fantastical powers. The operations mode, meanwhile, makes for one of the most formulaic and accessible extraction shooters I've played, though the great levels are wasted on too much direction toward the only worthwhile loot. Still, it's a good option for either way you want to play, and deserves credit for doing a solid, if unspectacular and not especially imaginative job of two very different first-person shooter styles.
Alright, well, they gave it a 7. It definitely seems like something I want to check out. The new Battlefield game doesn't come out for, I don't even think it has a release date yet, but this could be something to play in the meantime. I don't know, is there any other good shooters right now? Not really. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there and maybe make another video about another game.